Also, I want to give a special shout out. You can see the flags. You kind of wondered what they are. The NARA, National Auto Racing Association. Check them out on Facebook. It's a sanctioning body of the micro sprint program. If you're interested in the NARA or how it works, please message the Facebook page and they will respond accordingly. Well, we're about to turn them up for the first time here on Championship Night. Night number 2 of the IBOT KKM Give Back Challenge Series presented by FloRacing. And again, welcome to everybody tuned in live on the broadcast. Do me a favor tonight. Didn't make it happen last night. Let's try it on Championship Night. Hashtag Racing for Rider. Let's make this race trending. Russell Hayter also on the speedway in car number 86. Green flag is officially out. Colton Robinson having some issues coming to a stop off of corner number 4. That is not good for last night's feature winner. He's going to stay rolling. Oh, I'll have to ask and find out with Colton what happened there. Maybe something safety-wise. He just did not feel safe enough to continue with his hot lap session, but car looks okay. Now, 71 is coming to a stop here on the front stretch, so there is something wrong with the 71 of Robinson. We also got one around right now as well. That's Andrew Einbach, and the checkered is going to come out here in session number 1, so not a good start at all for Colton Robinson. $15.375 for the 12H of Kane Hoffman. He will be quickest in group number 1. Group number 2 about to come out onto the speedway. 54 NARA Outlaw non-wing signed in for Championship Night. So if you're tuned in live on the Flow broadcast, you are going to see some absolutely fantastic 600 non-wing action. Crossing the start-finish line right now in a Watts Electric Company number 48. That is, or 43, excuse me. That is Parker Perry. And you have the KKM machine, Page Construction, number 97K of Maverick Page, and then the 67K of Charlie Leffler. Bill Geist in the competition coatings 00. Ian Williams in the 21W. Jim Cradle in the 19K, the 22 of Tyler Clark. And Cole Bennett in the 9X. Bryce Comer in the 9. And Reed Whitney in the 22B. Charlie Leffler now coming to a rolling stop. Or slow roll now. Oh, boy. Looks like the 67. Okay, Charlie Leffler also pulling off the speedway. Not a good start for that camp right now. .637 for the 43 of Parker Perry. Parker Perry picking him up and laying him down. 14.637. He's fastest overall right now. Maverick Page cracking the 15-0 bracket. 15.012. Bryce Comer, Reed Whitney, Caden Hoffman. Your top 5 out of 2 groups so far here in NARA Outlaw non-wing micros. Rolling on the speedway now off of corner number 4. He's out of Butler, Pennsylvania. Royal chassis number 83. Golden Driller winner just a couple weeks ago. That is Cohen Hutchinson. In the 83HM behind him in the West Coast Garage Doors. Hyper Racing number 3R. It's Trenton Rivera. Caleb Eddington in the CER number 74X. Paige Moss in the Moss Racing number 95. Also on the racetrack. '84G of Scott Gray. And the 77H. The iBox Spring Forward Award winner for night number 1. That's Robbie Smith. Also on the racetrack, the 7B of Carter Beatty. Brandon Dent in a 45 and a Paradigm Design number 45. Jace Murray in the 22J. Ian Borgo in the 14B. Well, I said it, the iBox Spring Forward Award winner, the 77 of Robbie Smith, fastest overall, 14.209 for the 77 of Robbie Smith, and it's Cohen Hutchinson now in second with a 14.3. Got Parker Perry, Trenton Rivera, good hot lap session for Rivera, and Carter Beatty. Looks like he got that car a lot better than it was last night. He's going to be 5th overall right now in hot laps. Rolling off for corner number 4, another driver at the state of Pennsylvania, Mannheim to be exact. That is Hot Rod Brett Shear in East Coast Transponders number 28. Behind him, in car number 4 is JoJo Davis. Bubba Raines in the Jacksonville, Florida, the Dyno Action Machine in the 07R. Gavin Gardner, the Link Chassis, Factory 14, number 89. Luke Cassidy, ESP Concrete Pumping Incorporated, number 2L out of Benton, Pennsylvania. The 9G of Cale Goodwin. Cale Goodwin in a 9G. Tyler Landis and the K29 crosses the start-finish line. And Daniel Robinson in car number 10. Brody Snyder in the TNT Canopies number 41B. And Kent Certain in the 91X. That is your next group. Green flag, here we go. Quickest in that group. This driver was putting on a show in the B main last night. It's Gavin Gardner in the 89. Will be 4th overall. Brody Snyder 5th. Carter Beatty, or Trent Rivera, Carter Beatty, Maverick Page, Brett Shearer, Daniel Robinson, Robbie Smith still fastest overall. Next group on the speedway across the start-finish line. He had a night to forget. That is Jaden Bowling. Also behind him, another one of those Pennsylvania drivers that are at the speedway in the Groff Motorsports. Number 3 is Dominic Schmidt. '25A of Kimber Crooms, Jacob Severin in car number 50 out of Hellertown, Pennsylvania. And a Kunkletown, Pennsylvania, Matthew Warner, Precision Landscaping M2 Berries, number 98. Tommy Koonsman. And a Bath, Pennsylvania, Bethlehem Bath, 20 in the 21K. Zach Gorski in the 78. Alex Rupert. Another one of those Pennsylvania drivers in the 78J as well. Noah Carpenter in a 42C runner-up from last night. And you also have a 44 of Aiden Turner on the racetrack. Fastest into that group, the 50 of Jacob Severin, 14.401, puts him 3rd overall. Noah Carpenter, 4th quick. Dennis Parker Perry, Tommy Koonsman, Zach Gorski, Gavin Gardner, Dominic Schmidt, Aiden Turner. Your top 10 on times with Robbie Smith and Colin Hutchinson, still your fastest 2 overall. Last group coming out onto the speedway. Cody Bryson going to be in car number 41. Matt Francis in the 16. This driver came from 10th spot last night to finish on the podium. The 14 of Cannon McIntosh. And in a factory 14 house ride, making the drive all the way from Daytona. That is Ty Gibbs. Ty Gibbs on the racetrack right now. Also, Blake Crooms in the 32C, Autumn Chris, and Kason McNeil in the 21B. So Ty Gibbs putting the asphalt away and coming to play in the dirt tonight here at Marion County Speedway. Ty Gibbs slowing. Fastest in this hot lap session. He's been sneaky quick all week. But just has not been able to put it together. The 16 of Matt Francis. He'll be 5th overall. So your rundown for the Outlaw non-wing. Robbie Smith, Colin Hutchinson, Jacob Severt, Noah Carpenter, Matthew Francis, Parker Perry, Cannon McIntosh, Tommy Koonsman Jr., Zach Gorski, Gavin Gardner. Your top 10 on times. Up next is your junior sprint division. Cale Martin on the Speedway, Stetson Stroop in the 47, Maggie Stroop in the 47M, Caleb Whitmer and Jet Risley. And also the 1 of Paxton Perry and the 10 of Payson Perry. Paxton Perry, fastest in group number 1, a 16.384. Stetson Stroop, second quick. Caleb Whitmer, Maggie Stroop, Cale Martin, Jet Risley, and Payson Perry. Last night's night number 1 feature winner coming out of corner number 4. That is McKenna Cran in the 1K. Behind her is Riker Sumner in the 89. One B of Landon Bailey. Jackson Everett passing the start-finish line. You also have the 5B of Reed Bailey and Maverick Stone in the 33 on the racetrack, as well as the 16 of Josh Penn. Maverick Stone, 16.716 will go to the top of the board for hot laps. Paxton, Perry, McKenna, Cran, Wyatt, Parsley, Jackson, Everett, Stetson, Stroop, Josh Penn, Riker, Sumner, Caleb Whitmer, and Maggie Stroop, your top 10 in the junior sprint division. Restricted, or 270s are up next. 270s are up next. Restricted, please get up on the grid area at this time. Restricted, please get up on the grid area at this time. Just for you, Timmy Snyder. All right, folks. Skylar Klein going to be the first car out in the 77 of Charlie Rose. Mason McAndrew in the 14. The 6W. Joseph Welton, the 69 of Brett Van Realty. And the 2 of Mike Miller. Mason McAndrew trying to sweep the weekend here, and he is off to a good start. 14.179. 14.145 was his last lap. Mike Miller at a 14.4. Skylar Klein also at a 14.480. Charlie Rose, Brett Van Milty, and Joseph Welton. One more group of our 270s and restricted, wingless, restricted. Start making your way up, please. Logan Hess in the 1L, the 88 of Dave Van Realty, the 6 of Mike Biemensdorfer. I'll probably mess that up about 6 times tonight. 21 of Lenny Lewis. All right, restricted up next. Restricted is up next. Mason McAndrews, Skylar Klein, Logan Hess, Charlie Rose, your top 5 for the 270s. Restricted is up next. Levi Ballard, first car out on the speedway in car number 87. Brentley Leitzel in the 2. Maverick Page in the 71K. Ashton Glazier in the 15G. Cade Wolf in the 84. 24, Colt Bailey. Kidley Lobb in the 126. Niles Tudor and car number 14. And the 21 Record Toops, group number 1 for the restricted. Checker flag is out, and Levi Ballard at a 15.206 in the factory 14, number 87. Also in a factory 14, number 84, Cade Wolf, a 15.235, 15.235. Then you have Ashton Glazier at a 15G, 15.312. Riker Toops, Maverick Page, Brentley Leitzel, Niles Tudor, Colt Bailey, Kaylee Lobb. Alex Slade in the 16, the 32K of Kimber Crooms. Last night's feature when they're trying to go for the sweep. That's the 5, Eli Holden. Chase Pastor in the 20. Dalton Cleary in the 22D. McKenna Credden in the 31K. Eli Black in the 5B. Carter Smith in the 73. Levi Bauer going to hold on to the top time. Eli Holden, the fourth fastest driver overall, but fastest in that group. Tying with Ashton Glazer at a 15.312. Right now, folks, just going to put a little of the moisture on the racetrack here. We're going to get ready with our opening ceremonies. Non-wing Outlaw, heat race number 1. You need to be on the grid immediately after opening ceremonies. We're going live and going racing. And welcome back on FloRacing to Marion County Speedway for Championship Night of the IBOC KKM Give Back Challenge Series presented by FloRacing. My name is Bobby Johnson, and welcome aboard. We are in for an awesome championship night of racing. But first, we're going to get started with our opening ceremonies. Can I ask everybody to please rise, remove your hats. Also want to take a minute here, and I want to thank all the first responders and veterans in attendance. Thank you for your service, and first responders is greatly appreciated as well. Here with a live performance of our national anthem, Ashley Johnson.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Fantastic. Well, folks, it is time for some heat racing action here at night number 2, championship night of the IBOC KKM Give Back Challenge Series, and the NARA Non-Wing Outlaw Heat Race number 1 is coming at you here in just a few minutes. All right, folks, heat racing action about to come to you. Same thing as yesterday. Passing points are in play. Heat race winners automatically go to the top 8 redraw, and then we take the top 2 in passing points. Now we'll lock into that redraw, and then 9 to 16 all lock in on passing points as well. Here's your starting lineup for heat race number 1 and championship night of the IBOC KKM Give Back Challenge Series presented by FloRacing, starting on the pole. Out of Winter Haven, Florida, it's a 32C of Blake Cruz. Outside of Blake, Andrew Ibach out of Jonesville, Mississippi. Then inside row number 2 out of Jacksonville, Florida, it's Bubba Raines. Outside of him out of Cooktown, Pennsylvania, it's the 98 of Matt Warner. Inside row number 3, in car number 6 out of Moselle, Mississippi, that is Lee Clark. Outside of Clark is a 25A of Kimber Crooms. And it's a 32Z of Jordan Mazzo out of Orlando, Florida. And it's a 00 of Bill Geist out of Auburndale, Florida. 43 of Parker Perry out of North Vernon, Indiana. And rounding out your field in Concord, North Carolina, is Carter Beatty in the 7B. If you were live with us yesterday, a flip count, don't even know what it's at. It's up there. But, right, new day. Jordan Maslow in a 32Z yesterday came off of corner number 4, pancaked the outside wall, and went for a ride right here on the front stretch. He was okay, but he went for a nice ride. Didn't get a chance to talk to Jordan, but they got everything buttoned up and ready to go. Has not had a good year so far between blowing the motor and now flipping yesterday. So he's hoping he can turn his misfortune around and get himself some passing points. Heat race number 2, you need to be on the deck and ready to go. Looking for the 32Z of Jordan Maslow to see if he's going to come out for this heat. Just got done talking about him. He's not at the grid. We're going to pull him onto the speedway here, though, and keep this show rolling. So, Jordan, if you were coming out, now's your time to make your way up to the grid area, or at least let one of the officials know that you're not coming out. So, in the event that happens, that Jordan does not come out, so where the starting lineup reads. So let's say Parker Perry starts in 9th spot in car number 43. The passing points go off of the initial starting position that's on the sheet. Meaning Parker Perry is going to go up to 8th just by nutrition before the race even started. So he's actually going to go +1. So now without locking the winner in, okay, and we'll explain passing points just a little bit. Without locking the winner in, now with the car count the way it is, it's 54, which is a very, very respectable car count here at night number 1 or night number 2. And race number 1 for the IBOC KKM Give Back Challenge Series presented by FloRacing. Usually when you have passing points in a lot of cars, if you win a heat, you might get lucky and beat a qualifier. Well, with the NARA format and the format for the KKM Give Back Challenge Series, if you win a heat, you're automatically into the redraw, meaning that, okay, you were on the pole. You did your job. You're in the redraw. So they're kind of rewarding the heat race winners. And then you have your top 2 in passing points and so forth. That lines up 9 through 16. And then we will lock in 2 from each of the B mains. There'll be 2 B mains tonight, so a total of 20 cars will take the green flag for 33 laps tonight. If you tuned in last night, it was a 25-lap race for the ages. Tonight, it's 33. But again, I want to welcome everybody at home watching on Flow. Listen, get on your socials. Be active. Hashtag Racing for Rider. I want to see it on X, a.k.a. Twitter, whatever you want to call it. Facebook, everything. So if you're at home, you want to communicate with us here at Marion County Speedway, use that hashtag Racing for Rider. And if you want to know what the hashtag Racing for Rider is, do me a favor. Open up Facebook. Go to the KKM Give Back Challenge Series Facebook page. Watch the video. I got a chance to talk to Chuck Gurney, and just from what Chuck was saying, it is absolutely flooring, especially what they're doing for one lucky family at the end of the season here for the KKM Give Back Challenge Series. All roads leads to Coles County, but that's later on. Now that might be too early. Way early. Woo, they're itching. They are itching to go. Blake Kroom said, I'm just going to go in corner number 3. And not even going to wait to the flag. See what happens here. You're going to give him another shot. Much better. Going green. First green flag of championship night. Nope. No. Not good enough. It was better, but not good enough. Let's see what the call is going to be. All right, looks like the 48 will get docked with the jump here. So that is the 48 of Andrew Eibach. Trying to get the 48 to outside row 2. He dropped to the back. So I don't know if he wants to stay back there So that's just going to help everybody else. So he's electing to go to the back. Gave us a thumbs up here, crossing the start-finish line. So it helps everybody. Everybody's already +1 for that heat race. Hey, sometimes it takes that. Here we go. Trying to go back to green here. Bubba Rains on the outside of Blake Crooms. Rains going to try. Oh, boy, hold on to it. Nope. That is Bill Geis and Andrew Eibach stopped over in corner number 1. Having a little problem here getting going tonight. Now, I get to see where I'm standing, folks. The hand signals that are being given to these drivers. Pretty sure I just seen foot to the floor on the top of corner number 1. So let's see if that works out. I don't know who it was for. So, again, Parker Perry scheduled to start 9th. Got one from Andrew Eibach. Now he gets another one from Bill Geis. No laps in. Parker Perry already a +3. Can he keep it there or go further more and help his passing points effort? Parker was pretty fast yesterday. Kind of sad. I got a chance to talk to the family over there and just said surface is something totally different that we really never seen before, and it just had to get the car to hook up. As the comment from a lot of these drivers, it is Florida racing, that is for sure. It is bull ring racing. We're about to go back to green flag, hopefully for good here in heat race number 1. Oh, Rains and Crooms going to make contact. Rains going to grab the lead on Blake Crooms. Blake is not afraid to throw huge bombs as we've seen the past couple days. Warner going to tiptoe the bottom. Matthew Warner out of Kunkletown, Pennsylvania, looking to the inside of Blake Crooms for spot number 3. Going to tiptoe the bottom. Nope. Not able to get to the inside of Blake Crooms. Now Carter Beatty and Bill Geis going back and forth. Going to bump wheels a little bit going into corner number 1. Beatty looking to the inside of Kimber Cruz. Beatty's going to go up 2. Parker Perry 9-4 as it sits right now. Warner started 4th. One more would be good for Warner. Can he track down Blake Crooms? But Matthew Warner, you might have company, young man, in the Mount Vernon, Indiana driver. Parker Perry is Perry's going to take a look to the inside. Warner shut the door. Good battle for spot number 3. Perry to the inside of Warner, off of 4. Warner going to power off. Yellow flag for Andrew Eibach. So Bubba Rains right now 3-1 for Bubba automatically puts him into the redraw. Biggest mover here in heat race number 1, I do believe, is Parker Perry. Yeah, +5 for Parker. Carter Beatty also 10-5 for Carter. He is also +5. Can he get by Parker Perry to go +6? If Carter gets a +6, that's pretty good. I would say it would put him in the show for sure, in the top 16 in passing points, or 9 through 16, let's say. So the good battle to watch here is between Warner, Perry. Beatty right there. Like I said, can Beatty go one more? Perry to the inside of Warner. Give the spot to Perry. Now he's +6. Carter Beatty. Checker flag coming out, and Bubba Reigns will pick up the win. Blake Kroom second, Parker Perry third, Matthew Warner fourth, Carter Beatty fifth. Looks like we have somebody upside down. Looks like it's Kimber Crooms in the 25A. Driver is okay, ladies and gentlemen. Driver is okay. So that'll be a wrap on heat number 1. Heat number 2 going to come out on the racetrack. Once the track is clear, we get these cars past them. There we go. So heat number 2 coming up. Your lineup for heat number 2 starting on the pole is 78J of Alex Rupert. Outside of Alex, out of Greenwood, Missouri, the 97K of Maverick Page. Third to 22 out of Ellsville, Mississippi is Tyler Clark. Fourth to 41 of Cody Bryson out of Ocala, Florida. It's a 2L of Luke Hess out of Benton, Pennsylvania. 22B of Reed Whitney out of Jasper, Indiana. Then it's a 12H of Pimp Shrimp, Caden Hoffman out of Lithia, Florida. 8 spot to 29C of Connor Barrett at Jacksonville, Florida. And Jim Cradle in the 19K out of Navarre, Florida will round out your field here in heat race number 2. Heat race number 3 should be ready to go and on deck, please. Heat race number 2 on the Speedway. Rupert Page, Clark, Bryson, Hess, Whitney, Hoffman, Bora, and Cradle. All right, heat race number 2 about to go green here. See what happens. Passing points at a premium. You win, you're in the dash. Green flag is out. Or not the dash, the redraw, excuse me. Whoa, hold on to it. Page went in there digging. Bryson going to come out in second spot. Page going to try and get back to the inside of Bryson. Reed Whitney right there as well. Lot of laps left in this one. Page not a second. Going to rip a tear off going down the backstretch. So is Reed Whitney. Oh, Heston's going to make some contact, and he is going to go around. That was the contact was with the 22 of Tyler Clark. See it on a replay. Yep, just got good, decent contact there. Right in the right side of your screen, entering the screen, you just barely caught it. The contact between Hess and Clark. Green flag is back out. Rupert going to try and do what he needs to do from the pole. Bryson looking to the inside of Whitney. Whitney trying to fire back on the outside. Whitney and Bryson. Bryson going to go right up in front of Whitney. Whitney still going to try and run the top side. Bryson going to try and look to the inside for second now on Maverick Page. Page still holding out second. Here comes Bryson. Bryson to the inside. Bryson slipping up going into corner number one. That's going to let Maverick Page sort of drive away just a little bit. Page going to use the grip on the outside of the speedway and hold down second spot. Meanwhile, Alex Rupert just driving away. Oh, we got one into the outside wall here on the front stretch. That is Jim Cradle, and it looks like Luke Hess involved. All right, looks like Jim Cradle is able to continue. Three laps remaining here in heat race number 2. Heat race number 3, you need to be on the grid and ready to go. Rupert back on the throttle. Bryson's going to have a shot here at Maverick Page looking to the inside. Page gets all types of crossed up. Bryson going to try to look to... Nope, not able to get there. Yes, he is. He's to the inside. Way to the inside goes Bryson. Page going to make that 71. Or 97 wide as can be, but Bryson to no avail will take the spot. Now Page answered back to the inside. Bryson got the thing turned like a snowplow up on Pennsylvania. Plowing some dirt. Rupert will pick up the checker flag. Maverick Page second. Cody Bryson third. Reed Whitney fourth. Keenan Huffman fifth. Tyler Clark, Connor Boyle, Luke Hess, and Jim Cradle. So Reed Whitney and Caden Hoffman, both cars only gaining 2 spots in that heat race. Heat race number 3 coming at you, starting on the pole. A 14 of Cannon McIntosh out of Bixby, Oklahoma, and then it's a 41B of Brody Snyder out of Mooresville, North Carolina. Third spot in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, it's Tommy Koonsman Jr. in a 21K. Then in Mooresville, it's the 16F of Matt Francis. Starting in 5th spot, Trent Rivera in a 3R out of DeLand Ford, and then it's Ian Williams in a Muscati Ford in a 21W. Kevin McKenzie in car number 7 starts 7th at Anthony Ford, and then Jacob Severin in the 50 starts 8th at a Hellertown. And Daniel Robinson at a Benton, Illinois, in car number 10 will round out your field here for heat race number 3. Green flag is out. Let's see. Oh, boy, way out of shape goes McKenzie, but he's going to keep it straight. Meanwhile, on the outside, that's yellow. Do you believe a complete restart here? So Cannon McIntosh is going to have another opportunity here to try to keep Brody Snyder behind him. See if McIntosh off of 4 comes up and just tries a little squeeze play here on Brody Snyder, just to try to get Brody to back out of the throttle just a little bit going into corner number 1 to allow McIntosh to drive off the bottom to maintain that top spot. Well, we'll find out here in just a few. Won't be sleeping on 21K. Tommy Kunzman Jr. has been sneaky fast as well, just trying to put things together. Yesterday was an A-main starter. Here we go. Well, Brody Snyder with the better start. Going to hold on to the lead, going into corner number 1. Snyder trying to drive away from McIntosh and company. Francis looking underneath Kunzman. Francis was really good in hot laps. Brody Snyder driving away. Is Trent Rivera going to slip up? Not lose just 1, but 3 spots for the 3R of Rivera. Rivera going to muscle his way past McKenzie. Severin trying to come with him. Four down, 4 to go for Brody Snyder, Cannon McIntosh, Matt Francis. Oh boy, hold on to it. Ian Williams way out of shape, but we got a battle for third spot, between Kunzman and Francis. What is Tommy Kunzman going to do here? And Rivera starting to track those drivers down. So good battle for spot number 3 here. It is all Brody Snyder. He is absolutely gone. Rivera slipping the grip off of corner number 2. White flag out for your race leader, Brody Snyder. Cannon McIntosh, Matt Francis, Tommy Kunzman, Rivera. Rivera's going to have one more opportunity here. Will he try a slide job going into corner number 3? Meanwhile, checker flag is out for your winner, Brody Snyder. Nope, McIntosh will be second. Francis, Kunzman, and Rivera. McKenzie, Severin, Daniel Robinson, and Ian Williams will round out your field. Heat number 4, starting on the pole, is going to be the 9 of Bryce Comer out of Apollo Beach, Florida. Second, the 14B of Ian Borgo out of Midlothian, Virginia. Third, the 89 of Gavin Gardner of Lexington, North Carolina. Fourth, the 9X of Cole Bennett out of Cumming, Georgia. Fifth, the 20 of Brett Shear out of Manheim, Pennsylvania. The 6th, the 86 of Russell Hayter out of Deltona, Florida. 7th, the 21B of Caston McNeil out of Salida, Colorado. 8th, the 95 of Paige Moss out of DeLand, Florida. And 9th, in the 45 is Brandon Denton out of Jacksonville, Florida. Eight laps of distance, winner goes to that top 8 redraw, top 2 in passing points of the whole entire field. Also go to that redraw as well. Here we go. Heat number 4, underway. Bryce Comer going to run this race to perfection. Runs here almost weekly. Running the bottom to perfection, but meanwhile, here comes Brent Shear. Shear trying to look underneath Gavin Gardner. Gardner said, all right, I'm done with this bottom. Going to go to the top. See if he can track down Bryce Comer. Oh, yeah, right there with Bryce Comer. Gavin Gardner hitting the cushion perfectly there. Oh, he's sending that puppy in corner number 3. Now he's going to get crossed up off of 4. Is he going to send it in like that on 1? No, he goes to the bottom. 4 down, 4 to go. Gardner again sends it in corner number 3. If he can get square that car up on the exit of corner number 4, he might have a bid to the inside of Comer going into 1. Oh, he hops the cushion in 3 and 4. Gardner working the top side. Right on the outside of Bryce Comer. Comer knows it. Came up, shut the door, white flag. Gardner to the inside for your race lead. Comer trying to answer back. Can't get it done. Comer's going to have one opportunity. Gardner's going to roll the bottom. A little bit of bumper tag on the outside. Nope. Gavin Gardner will pick up the heat win on a last lap pass. Bryce Comer second. Brett Shear third. Brandon Denton, Paige Moss, Cole Bennett, Russell Heater, Kingston McNeil, and Ian Borgo. Gavin Gardner used the term go where they're not, and it worked. Gavin Gardner, your heat winner, he will be in the redraw. Heat number 5. Starting on the pole in the 9G out of Princeton, Kentucky is Cale Goodwin. Second, the iBox Spring Forward Award winner. Passed the most cars yesterday. That's the 77 of Robbie Smith. Third spot out of Deltona, Florida, the 126. Fourth spot, he was a runner-up last night out of Spring Hill, Florida. Is Noah Carpenter in the 42C. Plant City, Florida driver K29 of Tyler Land is going to be in 5th. 6th, the 74X of Caleb Eddington out of Thomasville, North Carolina. 7th, the 70 of Zach Gorski out of DeLand, Florida. Gorski had a great feature yesterday. And 8th spot at Huntersville, North Carolina, in the factory 14, number 84 is Ty Gibbs. 9th at Holden Beach, North Carolina, Jaden Bowling in the 15. Heat number 6 for the Outlaw non-wing. You need to be on the grid. Heat number 6, junior sprint, heat number 1, and heat number 2. Get ready. Factory 14, all the way from Tulsa, Oklahoma, bringing a gaggle of cars with them. And Ty Gibbs here on Saturday night at Championship Night, the IBOC KKM Give Back Challenge Series presented by FloRacing. Here we go. Robbie Smith, Noah Carpenter. Autumn Chris trying to run the outside. Couldn't get that thing squared up. Ty Gibbs, 3-1. Ty Gibbs on the outside. Oh, the 84 Ty Gibbs quickly up to spot number 4. Battle for your race lead. Carpenter and Smith, this will get good. These two drivers know how to get around Marion County Speedway. Eight to 4 already for Ty Gibbs. Now Smith got that thing wound up. Smith can roll the bottom in 1 and 2, the top in 3 and 4. Carpenter going to try and roll the bottom. Carpenter's there. Carpenter going to try and take a bid to the inside for your race lead. Can't get it done that time. Eddington and Bowling going at it, but again, the race for the lead is hot. Carpenter wants that lead from Robbie Smith. Carpenter now going to go up top, jump the cushion, get really crossed up. That's going to let Robbie Smith drive away. 2 to go. Robbie Smith. Oh, Noah Carpenter gets crossed up off of 4. Autumn Chris not close enough to capitalize. Meanwhile, Ty Gibbs still in fourth. He has company in Zach Gorski. Checker flag is out. Robbie Smith is going to go to the redraw. Noah Carpenter second. Autumn Chris coming to the line. Ty Gibbs will be fourth, and Zach Gorski, your top 5. Caleb Eddington, Tyler Landis, Jaden Bowling, and Cale Goodwin will round out your field for heat race number 5. The final heat race for the NARA non-wing Outlaw is about to roll into the Speedway, the 67K of Charlie Leffler out of Mooresville, North Carolina. Then it's the 84G of Scott Gray out of Ocala. Third spot to 71, last night's main event winner out of Titusville, Florida. It's Colton Robinson. Fourth spot in Butler, Pennsylvania. It's the 83 of Colin Hutchinson. Fifth, the 22J of Jace Murray. And fourth spot at Concord, North Carolina. It's Aiden Turner in the 44. Seventh, the 3 of Dominic Schmidt out of Zionsville, Pennsylvania. Eighth spot, the 4 in Riverview, Florida, is JoJo Davis. And ninth spot in the 91X is Ken Certain out of Duncanville, Alabama. So I was just informed that 71 of Colton Robinson, man, his weekend just keeps getting interesting. Last night's feature winner, they just had to change the motor from hot laps to now and made it out. So he's rolling off in spot number 3. Green flag is out. Robinson going to try to beat the top down again. Last night's winner. Watch that 71. Aiden Turner looking to the inside of him. Charlie Leffler right there as well. Meanwhile, your top 2, Colton Hutchinson, all over your race leader, Scott Gray. Hutchinson going to try and roll the outside. Gray going to tip to the inside. Hutchinson now going to go back to the inside. Meanwhile, Aiden Turner trying to get by Robinson. Scott Gray doing a great job holding off Colin Hutchinson. Hutchinson now going to go back to the top. See if he tries to cut the corner down or diamond it off to the inside. No, he does not. Entering corner number 1. He's still on his tire tracks. Robinson 3-3 right now. Can he track down the top 2? Scott Gray doing everything he can to hold off Colin Hutchinson with 4 laps to go. Hutchinson about a car length back from your race leader, Scott Gray. Oh, boy. Scott Gray crossed up. Hutchinson's going to capitalize. And Colton Robinson get one more spot. White flag coming out for Thursday night winner, here at the bull ring. Colin Hutchinson. Oh, Scott Gray going to come up in front of Colton Robinson. Robinson's just going to go right up to the top and try drive around him. Jumps the cushion a little bit. Here comes Aiden Turner. Checker flag coming out. Colin Hutchinson will make the redraw. Scott Gray gets turned by Colton Robinson. Turner will take advantage. Oh, I don't believe the 84 is going to be too happy there with the 71K of Colton Robinson. Oh, boy. Well, Colin Hutchinson going to the redraw. Aiden Turner to his second spot. Aiden Turner 6-2, so that's +4 for Aiden. Junior sprints, heat race number 1, you're going to line up like this. Starting on the pole, the 16 of Josh Penn. Second, the 93W Wyatt Parsley. Both of those drivers out of North Carolina. You got Landon Bailey also out of North Carolina, as well as Reed Bailey. It's an all North Carolina, first 2 rows. And you got Stetson Stroop at Owensboro, Kentucky. Jet Risley out of DeLand, Florida. Riker Sumner out of Terre Haute, Indiana. And Cale Martin out of Colt Camp, Missouri. Heat race number 2, you need to be on that grid and ready to go. Oh, Wyatt Parsley now steps Stetson Stroop. Parsley, Stetson, Penn, Sumner. Sumner was a feature winner on Thursday night. Right now, it currently sits in spot number 4 here, heat race number 1 for the junior sprints. Gonna look to the inside. Yep, there he goes to the inside. Riker Sumner up to spot number 3. Wyatt Parsley, your race leader. Then it's Stetson Stroop. 2 laps remaining. Stetson Stroop is tracking down Parsley even closer now, about a half a car length, less than a car length. Oh, there, good corner for Parsley off at corner number 2. He's able to stretch that advantage back out. Now Stroop's going to suck that advantage right away and be right on that bumper as they enter corner number 1. Close to the bumper, about a half a car length. Parsley again, perfect corner, but Stroop, good corner as well. This time off of 4. Wyatt Parsley will hold on and pick up the heat win. Stetson Stroop second. Riker Sumner third. Jet Risley fourth and Cale Martin fifth. And we got one slowing right here in front of me. It's Josh Penn. Heat race number 2. Going to line up like this at a North Vernon, Indiana. It's Payson Perry. In second spot, in the 7, at a Higgins, Pennsylvania, it's Caleb Whitmer. Third to 14 of Jackson Everett out of Wasaya, California. Fourth spot, out of Ocala, Florida, is Maverick Stone in the 33. And in the 5th spot, the 1 of Paxton Perry out of North Vernon, Indiana as well. And you have Maggie Stroop at Owensboro, Kentucky in a 47M. And last night's main event winner for night number 1 out of Indianapolis, Indiana, it's McKenna Kren. 270s. 270s, you need to be on that grid and ready to go. Heat race number 1, 270s. You need to be on that grid and ready to go, please. Again, folks, hashtag Racing4Rider on all your socials. Let us know you're tuned in, please. Welcome all our viewers on FloRacing. Perry, Whitmer. Your front row. See if McKenna Kren could keep up that speed she had last night. We're picking up that feature win. Heat race number 2 for the junior sprints. We're about to go green flag at the Hot 2 Raceway starting flag. We are green. Oh boy, quickly, almost 3 wide. A little bit of contact between Stone and Perry. Stone now going to try and work to the outside of Everett. Perry to the inside of Stone. 2 by 2. Whitmer gone. Oh, Maverick Stone's going to shoot the gap. Make some contact with Perry. We got one around. That is the 10 of Payson Perry. Whitmer, Everett, Maverick Stone. Man, did Maverick ever shoot the gap. Going to go back to green here. Lights out. Whitmer. Back on the hammer. Maverick Stone. Maggie Stroop trying to make some hay as well. McKenna Cran looking underneath Maggie Stroop. Stroop going to try and put Cran down on the inside of the racetrack, take the momentum away. McKenna says, nah, I'll take that spot. Maverick Stone gets way sideways with contact with Paxton Perry. Whitmer holding down your race lead. Everett, Paxton Perry, your top 3. McKenna Cran. Whoa, we got one around. That is Maverick Stone, and he's going to keep rolling. Two laps remaining. Whitmer, Everett, Perry, Cren. Can Cren track down Paxton Perry here with the white flag flying? Not close enough to make any moves. So it looks like Caleb Whitmer will pick up the heat win from Higgins, Pennsylvania. And Jackson Everett, Paxton Perry, McKenna Cren, Maggie Stroop, Payson Perry, and Maverick Stone. Redraw drivers are as follows. Please be ready after the B features. Redraw drivers, please be ready after the B features. Bubba Raines, Alex Rupert, Brody Snyder, Gavin Gardner, Robbie Smith, Colin Hutchinson, Parker Perry, and Aiden Turner. Those drivers made the redraw for the top 8 spots for the main event. 270s heat race number 1 going to look like this. Starting on the pole out of Reading, Pennsylvania, it's Mike Miller in the 2. This shows a Welton in the 6W out of Floral City, Florida. Benton, Pennsylvania is Logan Heston in the 1L. Then it's Zach LaRose in the 33Z out of Clearwater, Florida. David Ram Realty in the 88 out of Floral City, Florida. Then Mike Beamsdorfer in the 6 out of Hernando, Florida. Heat race number 2 should be on the grid and ready to go. Restricted, you should be up there as well, ready to go for your heat. Restricted, you should be ready to go for your heat. Heat race number 1 for restricted. See feature lineup. See feature lineup is now posted on My Race Pass. See feature lineup is now posted on My Race Pass. B feature lineup is also posted on My Race Pass. Green is out. Here for the 270s. Oh, man, I don't know how in the world Van Realty just missed that 6W coming off of corner number 4. Mike Miller jumping out to your race lead. Now Hess is going to have to play avoiding. Van Realty going to take the second spot from Hess. Hess had to avoid a slower car on the bottom of the speedway. Now Hess is going to have to try and track down that 88 of David Van Realty for spot number 2. Four down, 4 to go. Mike Miller. Still holding down your race lead is Miller, Van Realty, Hess, LaRose, Welton, and Beamsendorfer. White flag coming out for Mike Miller. Heat race number 2 for the 270s. You're up next. You need to be there. Checker flag is out for Mike Miller. He'll pick up the heat win. Van Realty second. Hess third. Heat race number 2 going to line up like this for the 270, starting on the pole, the 51 of Brett Van Realty. Outside of him, the Millersburg, Ohio driver, and the 98 is Skylar Klein. Third to 77 of Charlie Rose from Mobile, Alabama. Fourth to 21 of Lenny Lewis out of Winter Haven, Florida. And fifth to 14, two-time winner from Thursday on, Mason McAndrew out of Apollo, Pennsylvania. Restricted need to be on that grid, ready to go. Restricted need to be on that grid, ready to go. And meanwhile, while they push on out, I want to thank the sponsors for the 2026 IBOC KKM Give Back Challenge Series presented by FloRacing. IBOC, of course, they're sponsoring the Spring Forward Award going to any driver who, or a driver, or the driver who passes the most cars, don't matter what division you're in. You're going to get a Spring Forward Award. Also want to thank Hoosier Racing Tires DCI Awards and Tim Grant Rush Racewear Hasty Baked Charcoal Grills. Lights are going out. Heat race number 2 for the 270s are about to get underway. Restricted heat race number 1. You need to be on that grid ready to go. Heat race number 2 as well. Green flag. Here we go. C-Main number 1. Get ready for Outlaw non-wing. McAndrew going to make quick work of Charlie Rose up to spot number 3. He will hold on to it off the corner number 4. Now can he track down Skylar Klein? Klein has been fast all weekend. Just struggled. Seems like in each and every feature after Thursday. Skylar Klein off the 4, trying to track down your leader, the 69. Brett Van Realty. Whoa, look out. Van Realty going to go get a little squirrely, but here comes Mason McAndrew. 4 down, 4 to go. McAndrew said, not done just yet. Try to make this feature a little bit easier for me. Klein going to hit the inside berm. That's going to allow McAndrew to take a peek to the inside. McAndrew up to second. No. Klein going to hold on. 2 to go this time by. McAndrew might have another shot here at Klein. Klein might have another shot here at the lead. White flag. It's either going to be Klein. Oh, Van Realty slips up. Here comes Klein to the inside. Told you he's going to have a shot at him. Coming off of 4, Klein going to grab your race lead. McAndrew might slip in second. He will not. Skylar Klein will win heat race number 1. Van Realty second, McAndrew third, Charlie Rose fourth, and Lenny Lewis fifth. Restricted non-wing is coming up next. Starting on the pole in heat race number 1 for NARA restricted non-wing out of Winter Haven, Florida, it's Kimber Crooms. Outside of Kimber is going to be Dalton Cleary out of Marine, Illinois. In third spot out of Princeton, Indiana, it's the 5E of Eli Holden. Fourth, the 32C of Blake Crooms. Fifth, the 21 Riker Tubes out of Alexis, Illinois. Sixth, the 84 of Cade Wolf out of Mooresville, North Carolina. Seventh, the 5B of Eli Black out of Santa Rosa, California. Eighth, the 73 of Carter Smith out of Troutman, North Carolina. Ninth, the 24B of Colt Bailey out of Concord, North Carolina. That is 9 cars, 8 laps. Heat race number 2 need to be on the grid and ready to go. C-main number 1. C-main number 1. You need to be at the grid. C-main number 2, get ready. And junior sprints for your A feature. Get ready. Cleary going to have your race lead. Who is stopped in corner number 4? Is that it is Eli Holden, last night's feature winner. And C feature 1 and C feature 2 need to be at the grid. Junior sprints, remember what we talked about cars on the racetrack? And then you behind victory lane, remember, junior sprints and restricted tonight are going to get driver introductions. So Eli Holden coming to a stop. It's going to have to go all the way to the tail of this one. He is going to try and drive around the top side of everybody else. First up is Eli Black. Dalton Cleary holding on to the top spot here and starting to truck away. Meanwhile, Cade Wolf going to look to the inside for spot number 2. Wolf to the inside. Will have it. Going down the backstretch. Cade Wolf going to go to second spot. Whoa, and a big wreck right in front of us. Driver is getting out. What a ride. Is that? That is Blake Crooms. Blake Crooms getting out of the car. Wow. Definitely. That was right at the speed shot. Wow. Coming off of the corner. Blake Crooms gets to the side of Eli Black. Eli Black almost taking out the speed shot, I do believe. It was pretty close. Yeah, contact there just sent Eli Black flying, and sparks galore, and Blake Crooms goes tumbling. Actually, that wasn't Eli Black throwing the sparks. That was Smith. Man. Wow, big ride for Blake Crooms. He's literally pitted right behind me over here. See if I can at least get a thumbs up. Make sure he is okay. Says he's okay. So the car that threw all the sparks there wasn't Eli Black. It was the 73 of Carter Smith looking at the replay. Boy, it took a nice chunk out of the racetrack down here on the front stretch, that is for sure. Folks, I don't know if you can see it on the broadcast, but when you look at the front stretch and coming off of 4, you could see where he actually hit the roll, rode up on the wall. Literally like what's going on right now at the Olympics with like the half pipe stuff. He used the bottom of the frame on the top of the wall. The Burmax truck is here. The Burmax truck is here. So stop over and see him. Just got the thumbs up from Blake Crooms. He is okay after that wild tumble here on the front stretch. Hey, while we have a red flag conditions, especially here at the Speedway, make sure you stop over to the concession stand. Also, there's T-shirts and hoodies galore for sale. You have the Bullring Bonanza T-shirts for sale at the NARA Trail. You have Marion County Speedway T-shirts available for sale at the concession stand. Also, you have tour shirts for the 2026 IBOC KKM Give Back Challenge Series presented by FloRacing for sale at the KKM tent right here behind the grandstands. So you have no excuse to leave the property tonight without a new hoodie or a new T-shirt. So please make sure you stop down and you sell them out of their hoodies and their T-shirts. Also, I want to thank the sponsors for the 2026 KKM Give Back Challenge Series. FloRacing, of course. Hoosier Racing Tires. You see Ben walking around. Ben is on the property. Purple shirt. Can't miss him. Hoosier Purple. DCI Awards. Tim Grant for the trophies that will be given out all weekend long with the KKM Give Back Challenge Series. And you have Rush Race Gear. Thank the Rush Race Gear for the official shirts that all of our officials are wearing. And Hasty Baked Charcoal Grills for coming along for the ride all the way to Coles County Speedway. Hashtag Racing for Rider. Upcoming events here. Well, with the KKM Give Back Challenge Series, we conclude here tonight. And then we go west a little bit to DuQuoin, Illinois on March 19th, 20th, and 21st to the Southern Illinois Center, an indoor race in Illinois for round number 2. Then we go to Lenmore, California. Immediately after that, on Wednesday, March 25th, and then we go Thursday, Friday, Saturday to Visalia, California, to Plaza Park Raceway. And to conclude March. Then we come back in May 28th, 29th, and 30th to Tony Stewart Raceway in Columbus, Indiana, for a 3-day show. And then we go to Doe Run, Missouri, to Doe Run Raceway, June 25th, 26th, and 27th. And then Saturday, 7-11, we go to Southern Illinois Raceway in Marion, Illinois. 7-16, 7-17, and 18, we go to Coles County Speedway for the first time in the 2026 schedule. Then the Goon Speedway in Warrington, Missouri. In August, well, actually, there's another stop before that one. And that one is the end of July. And then we'll go through the rest of the schedule here. After this heat race, we are getting ready to go back to green. Cade Wolf in second. Eli Black going to take a look. That's Riker Tube. Excuse me. Riker Tube should try to take a peek to the inside of Kimber Crooms. Riker to the inside will have it. Holden thought about it. Nope. Kimber Crooms back to the inside. White flag coming out. Cade Wolf was all over your leader going into corner number 1. Checkered flag will be out as Dalton Cleary will pick up the heat win. Cade Wolf will be second. Third will be Riker Toops. So as I was saying, after Coles County Speedway on July 18th, we go to the Goon Speedway in Warrington, Missouri. And then we go to Pennsylvania, to the Greenwood Valley Action Tracks for the Northeast Outlaw Nation, partnering with the IBOC KKM Give Back Challenge Series presented by FloRacing. That is on August 14th, 15th, and 16th, or 13th, 14th, and 15th. A $10,000 to win, $1,000 to start the main event show. And then a week after, we go to US 24. And then we have the finale, which we'll discuss here in just a second. Starting on the pole, heat race number 2 out of DeLand, Florida, it's Kaylee Lobb. Outside of Kaylee, the 87 of Levi Ballard. Third, the 31K of McKenna Kren in Indianapolis, Indiana. Then it's the 16 of Alex Slade out of Mooresville, North Carolina. Niles Stewart out of Harrisburg, Illinois. In the 14, and it's Brantley Lights of Dickiesburg, Pennsylvania. 7th is 71 of Maverick Page out of Greenwood, Missouri. Then it's the 20 of Jace Pastor out of West Bath, Maine. And 9th, the 15G of Ashton Glazer out of McConnellsburg, Pennsylvania. Gonna go back to green. Here we go. Heat race number 2. And then it's C-Main time. C-Main number 1. You need to be at the grid, ready to go. Oh, boy. Almost 3 wide on the initial start once again here at Marion County Speedway at the Bull Ring. I got a good battle for your race lead. It's Levi Ballard and Alex Slade. Slade, podium finisher last night. Oh, boy. McKenna Kren getting into shape. Here comes Maverick Page. Now Page going to try and work on Lobb for spot number 3. Meanwhile, Levi Ballard has a good advantage over Alex Slade right now. Ooh, we got side-by-side battle. McKenna Kren getting her dukes up with Jace Pastor. And Pastor going to grab that spot and try to drive away. Pastor has been sneaky good and sneaky fast as well. You just got to try and put together a good heat race. Pastor get a good run. Kaylee Lobb going to slip up. She's going to lose 1. She's going to lose 2 spots. 1 to Page. 1 to Pastor. Oh, Lobb sideways. McKenna Kren not going to hit her, but have to get on the binders hard. Ballard straight going. 2 laps remaining here in restrictor non-wing. Ballard, white flag, Alex Slade, Page. Can Pastor somehow track down Page? Not close enough. Levi Ballard will pick up the checker flag. And to win, Alex Slade second, Maverick Page, Jace Pastor, McKenna Kren, Kaylee Lobb, Niles Tudor, Ashton Glazer, and Brantley Lightsole. Back to Outlaw non-wing. And speaking about Outlaw non-wing, I was going to say about the finale, right? September. If this is not on your calendar, it should be. Mattoon, Illinois. All roads lead to right there in Mattoon, Illinois. Coles County Speedway. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. 9/2, September 2nd to September 5th, $25,000 to win an Outlaw non-wing main event. Chuck Gurney has made an event. I got a chance to talk to him. You can see that video, what that event means to that family. With a racing for a rider. If you can watch that video, please do. One lucky family is going to go home, or not go home, but have the gift of life. Let's put it that way. So please make sure you watch that video. CB number 1 going to come out on the racetrack starting on the pole. The 9X of Cole Bennett. Second, the 86 of Russell Heater. Third, the 15 of Jaden Bowling out of Holden Beach, North Carolina. Then it's the K29 of Tyler Landis out of Plant City, Florida. And it's Casey McNeil in the 21B out of Salida, Colorado. Then it's Jim Cradle out of Navarre, Florida in the 19K. Kimber Crooms in the 25A out of Winter Haven, Florida. 14B of Ian Bargo out of Midlothian, Virginia. Jordan Moslow scheduled to start 9th in the 32Z. And Ken Certain in the 91X. Top 2 move on. Everybody else, their championship night bid becomes completed. They will have to sit back and relax and watch the rest of the show from the grandstand area. Top 2 are bust. Top 2 go to the back of B main number 1, which will be following after the junior sprint main event. Speaking of junior sprints, start making your way to the grid. Junior sprints, start making your way to the grid. Green flag is out. Remember, top 2 is all that matters right now. Casey McNeil going to grab spot number 3 from Crooms. Now, Kim McNeil reel in Landis. Landis is right on Bennett's bumper. Landis going to try and hit the cushion and diamond it off. Corner number 4, no dice. Here comes Casey McNeil. Race heating up for that transfer spot. Race heating up for the lead. The leaders get together. Casey McNeil might drive around the outside. He done it on Thursday night. He's looking to do it again. Looking on the outside of Landis for the second spot. Landis going to get the bite off the bottom. McNeil now going to switch up to the bottom. McNeil now going to go back up to the top. I do believe that car looks better on the top side. See if he can use it to his advantage. Now going to try and sneak to the inside and make contact for the transfer spot. Him and Landis are both going to go around. And we got one that tipped over. Fred, stop. Man, Casey McNeil and Landis were both in a transfer spot, or not both in the transfer spot, but that battle was for the transfer spot to go to B main number 1, and now they're going to have to go to the back of the C main. Now, luckily for them, right, it's not a full field for the C main, as we had some drivers not answer the call. So it is still possible that one of those 2 drivers could make a transfer bid.